So guys, we have a video that's a little bit late, but the new Zeni section of the barbershop update came out while I was still a little bit ill. And I still want to give my thoughts and opinions on this, even though it is a day late. But do let me know down in the comments what you think about this new update. I personally believe this update's huge. This update is so good. I'm a big fan of it. If you still don't know what it is after a day of it being out, you probably want to read the news more, but we'll still go through it nonetheless. So now in the barbershop on the Zeni section, you can purchase training items and awakening medals such as Elder Kais and Supreme Kais, and other awakening medals. And the big one, you can use your Zeni to buy support items such as Whis and Nurse Chi-Chis. I love this update so much. Having another outlet to pick up valuable resources like this that we use all the time in Dokkan is a massive dub. As you can see, we're in the Zeni section of the barbershop. Here's some of the turtle shells you can pick up. Some of the items are indeed capped. For example, the premium or platinum turtle shells, you can only pick up one each of. However, the swords, you can completely stack out and max out all of them if you wanted to, and if you have the Zeni for it. In terms of the medals, the Supreme Kai and the Elder Kai ones you can only buy one time. I know it's not a lot, but you know, for the more premium or the ones Dokkan value more, it kind of makes sense. The rest of them though, again, if you want to completely max them out or spend as much Zeni as possible you can stacking these up, by all means you can do so, and the same can be applied for the support items as well. You can fully max out the Ushers, the Bulmers, the Marons, the Android 8s, but the Nurse Chi-Chis and the stronger support items like Whis, you'll get 3 each, or a batch of 3 times per shop update per day, which is still pretty good. That's still a decent amount to get each time, and 100% every single day you're going to want to be picking these up all the time. Nurse Chi-Chis, considering how little drop rate they have on like the one story event, which is like the kind of almost Monopoly version of that GT story mode event, you barely get any of them from their drop rate from that event. So getting like a few here, or in total what, 20, no, not 27, definitely not 27, 9 Nurse Chi-Chis in total is not bad literally for using your Zeni every day, which is a resource that is constantly being replenished. That's if you're grinding the game properly. If you're lazy like me, not so much, but I grind it when I need it, okay? Don't judge me. So being able to have an extra outlet to pick up important resources like this is great. And again, if you are grinding this game properly, if you spend a lot of time on this game and you're always farming up your resources, always making the most of your time and stamina, you have infinite bubble point method. You really do. You know, this is a tried and true method, which is go into the EZAs past level 31, grind up the stages as much as you can on all of the stages there are to get as many Hercule statues as possible if you want to. And if, you know, you feel like it, you can also grind and go into the Big Bucks Hercule challenge to get some extra Zeni as well. I don't currently have any. No, I don't. But no, I do have one. I have one SR statue. You know, you grind the EZA stages, as I said, which is a tried and true method. Something that all of us, or the majority of Dokkan players, have been doing for years. Again, I'm lazy, so I only do it when I really need Zeni. But a lot of you still just grind it just to make sure your Zeni is always looking healthy and always replenishing after those big EZAs. So fair play to you. So you do that, grind as much as possible, sell all of them Hercule statues, go back into the barbershop, go down here. Of the best ones would actually be the Supreme Kais and Elder Kais, but they're capped to literally being able to only buy 1 a day. So you want to go to any of these medals here, the Kabitos, the West Kais, South Kais, East Kais, North Kais, because there's no cap on them. You can even max out all of them at once, especially if you have the Zeni for it. You buy all of them, you then go over to the trade point section, and then you then go to the awakening medals for bubble points, and then you sell them for bubble points. And as you can see here, if we go to those specific ones, Kabitos can get you 100 per medal. And don't forget, this is stacking them all the way up to their max. So even I only have 994 right now. We do that and we get rid of all of them, we're walking away with just under 10k bubble points. And you can do this with one set of medals, or as I said, all of them, the West Kai, the South Kais, the Kabitos, etc. And you keep rinse repeating that process, you're going to build your bubble points up a lot. Like, you're going to get your bubble points on the level as your Zeni. So if you're one of those that grind the game out as much as possible, always making sure your Zeni is in a healthy spot, always replenishing it, always grinding those EZA stages, you're going to have a very healthy looking bank account of Zeni. You're going to have a very healthy looking bank account of Bubble Shop points. And of course, you're going to be getting those valuable resources from using your Zeni in the Bubble Shop as well. Being able to pick up important training items and, more importantly, support items like Whis. And before I forget, let me actually pick these up today. And if, of course, you're a little bit lazy like me and you don't actually do that, now's probably a good time to start doing it, to make sure your Zeni's always in a healthy spot, always grinding up. And if you're like me and lost a lot of your bubble points picking up film reels, because let's face it, buying loads of film reels is expensive. And that's mainly because of Red Zone. But now that Red Zone's kind of been here for almost a year on Global, kind of don't need them as much anymore. But when that first dropped, trying to beat Broly, I spent a lot of bubble points filling up my film reels again and again and again until I beat it. So that's why my bubble points don't look too healthy. Probably a good time to start farming, if you haven't already, all of those EZA stages past 31, getting all of them Hercule statues, and then farming up your bubble points here. So as I said, this update is really, really good. Another good outlet to pick up some valuable resources in Dokkan, and also an infinite bubble point method is now in place if you want to take advantage of it. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comments of this update. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, and peace.